We have correctional officer positions open right now, and I'll let Ryan maybe speak a little bit about those.
Yeah, we currently have roughly 13 or 14 correctional one officer positions, relief officer positions, which are entry-level positions without a permanent shift. They rotate shifts every 3 months with the ability to gain seniority and then bid onto a permanent shift. But like I said, right now around 13 or 14 vacancies that need filled.
How many should you have if you're at capacity?
Our full capacity, full complement is 54 correctional officers.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about the day-to-day responsibilities if somebody wants to apply. What would their day entail as a corrections officer?
Just general duties of a correctional officer is monitoring and observing and supervising inmates. Those tasks include making security rounds, cell searches, checking for contraband, prevention of contraband, taking counts, inmate counts throughout the day. There's 3 counts on each shift that they're responsible for, as well as just interacting with the inmates. Again, making the security rounds, becoming familiar with the inmates that are in the housing unit that you're responsible for, enforcing the rules of the facility is the main duties of a correctional officer.
What kind of training is one, or what kind of qualifications should someone have to apply?
We have at the entry level, the minimum qualification is a high school diploma. But we have hired and interviewed people with further education than that. We will hire people with bachelor's degrees, but it's not a requirement of the job. And experience isn't necessary. So we do hire people that come from other industries. We've hired people from the gas industry, hired people from local businesses, and also people that are just coming in, maybe trying to further their employment status after getting an education in criminal justice. But those aren't, the criminal justice background isn't a requirement. And then the training, we do all of our training in-house initially, train all of our staff. The first 4 weeks is all on-the-job training. And then within the first year, the Department of Corrections, their academy is in Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. We send all of our corrections officers down there. That's another 4 weeks of intensive correctional officer training. It's required by the state, and so we send everybody to there within the first 12 months of employment.
Is there an age range of applicants, or is it?
Well, traditionally we've had an unofficial policy of 21. Lately, and a few times in the past, we've hired under 21, interviewed and hired. It takes the right person to be under 21 and to be able to go and work in that environment at that young age. It can be done, but again, it takes the right person, and through the interview process, we make a determination if we feel they're ready to take that step into the field of corrections or not. Well, just in general, a good communicator, someone that can communicate. That's what they'll do on a daily basis. They'll communicate with fellow staff members, obviously the inmate population, and various staff throughout the prison. Besides that, good decision makers, someone that can make quick decisions at times under stressful situations. So those are some of the characteristics that we're looking for.
Good ethics, good morals. Somebody that's able to think quickly on their feet, that's able to spend a good portion of their day on their feet also. There's a lot of movement that goes along. It's not sitting down and just observing. There's a lot of interaction. And a lot of people make the mistake of thinking that corrections is a lot of what they see on TV, either in the movies or on reality TV shows. Those are all entertainment based. A lot of what happens within the prison is very routine. There's a schedule. It's a 24/7, 365 operation, so every hour of the day, 7 days a week, is filled with something. There's something happening in the building. And in our building, we do a lot of it. We try to keep as much in-house as we possibly can. So we have our own food service. that is county employees. There's correctional officers that work in our food service, our medical staff, and that was one thing that I wanted to touch on also. We talk about correctional officer vacancies. We have a vacancy for an LPN, a full-time LPN. We've been advertising it for many, many months and have not been able to find an applicant for that. And that's something else that we're very interested in, finding somebody that's interested in coming in and working in our medical staff. And they're county employees. It's not a contracted outside agency that we contract with medical or our food service. They're county employees. They enjoy the benefits of a county employee. And they're part of the county. They can move within the county system, perhaps, if they have an opportunity to find a promotion or another job. There's a lot of times that preference is given to county employees. I think that was, and we talked about this question, and I said it would probably be a question better asked of a correctional officer. You know, what is a rewarding part of the job? I just touched on a couple of them, though, with the county benefits. I believe the county has a very good benefits package that they offer to all county employees. It's not based on where you fall within the county's table of distribution and authorizations. Everybody gets the same benefits package. And I think the pay is comparable to what you'll find that some of the surrounding counties are paying right now. Depending upon how energetic somebody is, there's a lot of opportunities for overtime. Which then obviously will increase a person's ability to support their family or make some extra money to keep in their pocket. But we also have all full-time staff are given uniform and a uniform allowance. So you think sometimes people get a job, I've got to go out and I got to go buy a bunch of new clothes for my new job. We pay for that. So the uniforms are taken care of. The equipment is taken care of. There's training that's involved. A lot of people take the training that they learn from us and they take it on to other fields. So there's a lot of opportunities and a lot of information that they're provided as a corrections officer. I don't know if there's anything else that you wanted to elaborate on some of that.
Just that rewarding feeling is going to be different for everybody, but it's the satisfaction of doing work for your community, helping and supporting your community. It's at times known as a thankless job. You're behind the walls, you're behind the bars. Nobody sees you outside doing what we do. So that reward's often not public, but it's more of an internal reward, a feeling of helping your community and helping those that you live around and with. We talked about that earlier, and our mission is to provide a level of safety and security to the public, as well as staff and inmates within the facility. As our staffing levels go down, there's the chance or the opportunity that those levels of security go down. Staff are working more overtime. They're working longer hours. They're not as fresh in hour 12 or 13 as they were in hour 2 or 3, which could have the ability to impact something negative happening within the prison.
Did you want to mention, we talked about the benefits, the pay, or is it a range that?
The pay for correctional officers coming in, the starting pay is $18.10 an hour, again with full county benefits. The nursing position we talked about is a starting salary of $23 an hour. I believe that's a second shift position that's currently being advertised.
Right, mostly second shift and some third shifts.
Right. So again, the pay is $18.10 an hour. It's a union-based position, so it's contract-driven as far as the salary, the yearly raises. We are in the last year of a contract, so those negotiations will be occurring for the 2023 contract, probably within the next couple months.
Sometime this year, yeah. We offer job security. And that's not meant to be a laughing matter either. The one thing that we tell people is there are some jobs where they'll work you a lot and then they lay you off. We don't ever lay anybody off. It's a unique environment. It's not meant for everybody, but certainly it's an environment where a person can gain valuable experience. It can be a career. We've had people that make a career out of these positions. We've had people that use this as their entry level into the criminal justice system and move on to other entities. We've had correctional officers that have moved into other government jobs within Lycoming County, within the state system, within the federal system, the state police, the local police departments. So there's a lot more chance for opportunities than I think sometimes people think about. Well, if I'm a corrections officer, then that's all I'm ever going to get to be. Well, no, there's certainly opportunities for advancement, not only within our facility, but also to branch out to just within Lycoming County, and also it seems like the job market's fairly open, so a lot of opportunities both locally but within the state too.